What's up, guys? Today is all about getting this Nova started again. When I moved back out here, I put 93 gas in it, which is definitely not the level of octane that this thing needs. It has like around 13-to-1 compression in it, so obviously I need about 110, and that's what I usually run it on. So I could only find 93. I mixed it with 110 thinking I could possibly make it over to the new house if I retarded the timing a little bit. So that didn't work. It didn't want to run at all. So basically I had to just tow this thing over here, and it's just been parked sitting ever since. It's only been a few months, but anyways, we're going to finally straighten this thing out. I did get some 110 gas, so I'm gonna get as much 93 out of there as I can, put the 110 in, and then try to fire this thing up, set the timing again, all that stuff. Okay, so I've never tried one of these. I just purchased it on Amazon, but this is a safety siphon. It's got a little ball down here. Apparently you just put this end into your gas tank, shake it up and down, and then it'll create a siphon as long as this whole thing is kind of like running downhill. So we're going to see if this thing will work by putting the gas that's in here into a separate container. Okay, so we're going to give this a try. We got a 5-gallon gas container right here. It's clear. So this end is going to go into your tank. This end goes down into this, and apparently you just shake this. Oh, there it goes. Okay, there's actually a pretty solid flow. You guys probably can't see on the camera because it's pretty clear gas, but so we do have a pretty good flow going here. It's sweet how you just kind of shake this thing. You can hear the ball in there doing what it's supposed to do. So we're going to keep letting this thing fill up all the way to 5 gallons. I forget how much gas I put in here whenever we needed to take this thing out to the new place, but we're going to get as much as we can out, put the 110 in, and it should be enough to run this thing back at the same timing I had it. So we have about 5 gallons in here that we've removed. The thing ran flawlessly the entire time. Took a few minutes, but it ran flawlessly. Pull this stuff out here. Alright, so this is 110 gas. I've got 6 gallons of it. Just gonna add this. Okay, so I've got it charging up here. It's probably about ready, so we're gonna go ahead and push this thing back. We are taking the air cleaner off, just to make this process a little easier. Right there. Okay, so this is a carburetor that I got with this engine. I mean, I've done some different things like aluminum heads and everything, but I did convert it to electric choke, and I've got that set for the weather that we're kind of dealing with right now. So this thing ideally should fire right up. So once we clear some of this nasty gas out of the lines and everything, we should be good. Okay, so we're just trying to crank it over right now, let the fuel come up through the system, because this has been sitting for a long time. I don't think anything's like gummed up or anything as far as the carburetor or the lines go, because those are all literally brand new. So it's just been sitting here for a few months, so the gas just needs to get up to the carburetor. I probably do need to adjust the electric choke just a little bit more, that way it fully closes. So I'm going to set the idle screw up a little bit. Okay, so this is exactly what it was doing whenever I put the 93 in it. So basically all that needs to happen is for this thing to run long enough just to get the 93 out of the lines after the fuel pump, and then obviously the lines back to the gas tank, which those are probably good now. All right, so I've done my first timing adjustment. I just retarded the timing just a little bit again because this 93 is still in the lines. It's not wanting to run, so retarded it just a little bit. Now we've done run out of juice. We're lower than 50%, so we're gonna go ahead and let this charge up a little bit more and then fire it up. In the meantime, I'm gonna explain some of the things that I've done to this car. So this is a 355 small block Chevy with aluminum heads. When I purchased this, it had like the 906 Vortec heads on it. They were severely cracked. I don't know if the seller knew about that or not, but they were severely cracked, so I put some nice aluminum heads on, and for right now it has an Edelbrock on it. I'd like to go like Holley EFI eventually. I did strip out all of the air conditioning components back here. I don't really use those, so I can just roll my window down. And inside I took the factory door cards off, made some new ones. This is made out of like a real thin MDF board. I did build a center console for this. It's really dusty. Once it's clean, it actually looks really good. But this is a B&M shifter. I wanted a floor shifter in this. I did put a couple speakers on each side of this, as well as an air fuel meter and an oil pressure gauge. There's some pretty serious body work to be done around here. I need quarter panels for each side. Down here's horrible. I'll show you that. That is really bad. Probably rockers on both sides. But I'm just trying to do body work here and there, trying to straighten everything up until I can get the quarter panels in, because I got to do patches on both sides, like I was saying. So I'll show you this side. Again, really rusted out around there, and then horrible down here. Not quite as bad as the other side. Okay, so it's not wanting to start. I'm going to leave the battery on the charger probably the whole day, and then tomorrow I have the day off from work, so I'm going to come back out here and see if I can start this thing up. So I will see you guys then. Okay, so it's the next day. This thing's been charging all night. Actually, when I cut the last video off, I was pushing the Nova back forward. This battery charger fell off, and actually the fan in here fell to pieces, so I didn't want it to overheat, so I had to tear that down and rebuild it. But now we're getting ready to start this thing. I have full confidence that it's going to start, and I might regret saying that here in a minute, but we're at 100% battery, so let's give her a shot. Okay, we are going to have to do some diagnosing because there's obviously a problem going on. I don't know if it's a fuel delivery issue and it's still just trying to push that 93 gas up in there, but still you would think it would at least run.
So yeah, I guess next video we'll be diagnosing this thing and try to figure out what's going on. I might have to pull like all the fuel lines off, let all that drain, because it's probably the gas in the lines, which you think at this point it would already be out of there. So I don't know, really. Might be timing, could be something worse. We're gonna run through and diagnose it in the next video with this, and then there's gonna be a whole lot of stuff coming once this is running. I thought this would be the video where I get it running, but you know how that goes. So anyways, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can actually see this thing run and see all the progress that's gonna happen on this thing this year. Yeah, and until then, I'll catch you guys next time.